The northern region of Tasmania encompasses some of Australia's most renowned and beautiful coastlines. The sparkling, ochre-rimmed beaches of holiday destinations like the Bay of Fires draw visitors from mainland Australia and beyond. In contrast, the wilder, rocky shores provide hidden gems for more traditional campers and fishers. The relative remoteness of these locations has given some protection to their natural values which have been lost elsewhere in Australia. Our coastal habitats are diverse and home to well-known characters and to rarer but significant species. These include shorebirds, like the red-capped plover, pied oystercatcher, sooty oystercatcher, and redneck stint, which feed on our beaches and intertidal zones. Coastal heath, shrubland and wetlands provide a mosaic of habitat that bursts into flower in spring and supports a suite of Tasmanian fauna. However, the quality of our coastal environment is degrading under pressure from increasing threats. Sea spurge has extensively colonised our northern shores in relatively recent times. Like other weeds, its spread has been at the cost of habitat for native flora and fauna. Shorebirds are declining rapidly, impacted by dogs, development, and climate change effects. Destructive activities in the coastal zone have long-term consequences. Despite adaptation to difficult environmental conditions, coastal ecological communities are vulnerable to human disturbance, which in turn reduces their ability to respond to changes such as sea level rise. Vehicular use on dunes and dry sand causes erosion and destroys shorebird eggs and chicks. It also reduces water quality in wetlands, damages native vegetation, and allows weeds to establish in these areas, potentially increasing fire risk. In some cases, tracks break through the peat layer of coastal sites, limiting rehabilitation potential. Unregulated use and damage by campers is a particular management issue. The steady creep of illegal campsite expansion not only destroys the site's environmental values and threatens coastal Aboriginal cultural heritage sites, but it ultimately forms an unattractive dust bowl with little camping appeal. NRM North's Healthy Coasts and Seas program is seeking solutions to some of these issues through on-ground coastal protection.
What we're looking at here is another example of NRM North investing into coastal habitat protection. What we have here is the Lowhead Penguin Reserve. NRM North has been able to work with Parks and Wildlife to invest into habitat rehabilitation for work such as fencing, revegetation, but in particular box thorn removal. Box thorn's been on the site for quite a long time, but in removing that we've also had to replace things like nest boxes for the penguins. In doing that process, we've been able to involve volunteers, and I think that's been of both benefit to the penguins and to the volunteers as well.
Volunteers are a key to achieving outcomes for the future. NRM North recognises the hard work of community groups in the important task of looking after our special coastal places. In the past 2.5 years, NRM North has supported over 60 community-based coastal projects funded through the Australian Government's Caring for Our Country program, and we are continuing this work into the future.